Sometimes the deepest pain comes from the person you trusted the most. When someone you love breaks you, it doesn't just hurt, it shakes your identity, your worth, your world. And suddenly, the nights feel longer, the days feel heavier, and even breathing feels like effort. But listen, you are not weak for feeling this. You're human, and heartbreak is a wound the soul remembers deeply. Today, let's sit together in this moment, not to judge your pain, but to finally understand it, to finally let it soften, to finally let you return to yourself. Sometimes love doesn't leave gently. It breaks things inside us we never knew could break. Dreams, trust, the way we see ourselves. You gave your heart with hope in your hands, and now you're standing in the quiet aftermath, wondering how something so beautiful could leave you feeling so empty. If you feel shattered, if your heart feels tired, bruised, and unsure, this space is for you. Because even broken by love, you are still alive, still breathing, still capable of healing. And here, we begin again. Sophia was the kind of woman who lit up a room without trying. She lived in a quiet neighborhood in Chicago, balancing her work as a graphic designer with weekend adventures at local cafes and parks. Friends admired her warmth, her laughter that felt like sunshine, and her curious mind that always wanted to learn more about the world. She believed in small joys, a perfectly brewed coffee, a handwritten note, a sunset by Lake Michigan. Her life was steady, comforting, yet she carried a quiet longing for a love that felt profound, alive, and undeniable. Then came Joy. He wasn't just someone she met at a gallery opening, he was the spark she didn't know she'd been waiting for. His smile was easy, genuine, the kind that made strangers believe in kindness. Their first conversation lasted hours about music, books, dreams, and the little oddities of life that made each of them laugh. Sophia felt her heart expand in ways she hadn't imagined, each moment with Joy a quiet miracle. They wandered through autumn streets hand in hand, sharing pumpkin spice lattes and stolen kisses beneath the glowing city lights. They spent Sunday mornings at farmers markets, laughing at tiny disagreements over which bread was best or which flowers were the prettiest. Sophia loved how Joy noticed the little things, how she tucked her hair behind her ear when she concentrated, the way she hummed to herself while sketching, the warmth in her eyes when she talked about her dreams. They made playlists for each other, exchanged handwritten notes, and dreamed aloud about a life together. A small house by the lake, lazy Sunday mornings, a home filled with laughter and warmth. Each day, Sophia felt herself falling deeper, feeling cherished, understood, and alive in a way she had never felt before. Joy's presence became the pulse of her happiness, a rhythm she wanted to carry forever. But the world has a quiet way of shifting. It started with small moments, Joy's distracted glances at his phone, canceled plans, offhand comments that didn't land right. Sophia brushed it off at first, telling herself everyone has bad days. But then the laughter faded, the jokes became sharper, the warmth replaced by cold silences. She felt her heart tighten each time he dismissed her feelings or seemed distant, a weight she couldn't lift. She tried talking, tried understanding, tried reminding herself of the love they once shared. But Joy's words became unpredictable, sometimes affectionate, sometimes cruel without reason. Sophia began doubting herself, wondering if she had misread every smile, every touch. Nights became long and lonely, her heart aching in ways she hadn't imagined, filled with questions that had no answers. Friends noticed the change, the sadness that clouded her bright eyes, but Sophia stayed, hoping for the man she had once known, hoping for the warmth that had made her feel alive. And then it ended. No dramatic arguments, no fiery confrontation, just the message, brief and cold, saying Joy needed space, needed time, that he couldn't love her the way she needed. Sophia felt the world tilt, the color draining from her days. Every memory, the walks, the laughter, the whispered promises, turned bittersweet, echoing in her mind like shadows. She replayed their love, wondering where it went wrong, where she failed, what she could have done differently. Nights became silent battles with her own heart, tears falling quietly as she grieved the life she had imagined with joy. Yet, in the heartbreak, Sophia found a fragile strength. She allowed herself to feel, to mourn, to let the pain exist without judgment. She whispered to herself that this love, though lost, had taught her about depth, about connection, about courage to open her heart fully. And slowly, though it ached, she began to rise. Her laughter would return, her warmth would glow again, and one day she would love, not the person who broke her, but herself, with the kind of fierce tenderness that no heartbreak could ever steal. Sophia often wondered why it ended the way it did. At first, it seemed like a gentle drift, a quiet fading of warmth, almost invisible until it was too late. She realized that sometimes love isn't just about passion or charm, it's about alignment, understanding, and emotional consistency. Joy's distractions, his offhand words, the moments he chose work or friends over her feelings, all slowly chipped away at the foundation they had built. She saw that they had grown differently. Sophia craved deep emotional connection, daily affirmation, and a sense of safety that her heart could rest in. Joy, though loving at times, struggled to meet her in the same emotional space. His needs, his uncertainties, his inability to communicate clearly created small cracks in the trust and intimacy they once celebrated. The world around them also played a role. Their busy careers, social pressures, and the fast pace of life in the city made it harder to nurture love intentionally. Moments that could have been opportunities to reconnect were replaced by fatigue, misunderstandings, and silent resentment. Ultimately, it was not one big mistake, but 1,000 tiny disconnections that led to the end. Sophia learned that sometimes love is not enough to hold two hearts together if the timing, growth, and emotional commitment don't align. And though it broke her, she knew that understanding the reasons, seeing them clearly, was the first step toward healing, toward reclaiming her own strength, and toward loving herself fully. Sophia's story is not just about heartbreak. It is about the courage to feel, the courage to love fully, and the courage to release what no longer serves her. Every tear she shed, every moment of doubt was a step toward understanding herself more deeply. Sometimes love doesn't last, not because you are unworthy, but because timing, growth, and emotional alignment must meet for two hearts to thrive together. Reflect for a moment on your own heart. Where have you carried pain silently, hoping it would fade on its own? Where have you given love fully, only to feel it returned in ways that hurt? It is okay to feel this. It is okay to mourn. Let the feelings exist without judgment. Understand the lessons hidden in the pain. Perhaps, like Sophia, you have learned that emotional consistency matters, that communication, kindness, and presence are gifts that nurture the heart. And that when someone cannot give these, it is not your failing, it is simply a mismatch of journeys. Now, breathe deeply. Imagine a soft, warm light surrounding your heart. With each breath, feel the pain soften, the tension ease, and the sense of peace returning. Repeat quietly in your mind, I release what no longer serves me. I honor my heart and my feelings. I am worthy of love, fully and completely. Allow yourself to feel gratitude for the love you experienced. Even if it ended, it taught you depth, courage, and the power to open your heart again. Sophia's story reminds us that healing is not linear. Some days may be heavy, others light, and each day brings a new opportunity to nurture your soul. Visualize yourself stepping forward, stronger, gentler, and more whole. With each step, you carry the lessons, release the pain, and create space for joy, for love, and for peace. Your heart has survived. Your heart is learning to thrive again. And one day, it will love freely, not out of need, but out of abundance. Remember, you are never alone in this journey. Sophia, like many of us, found her way through darkness, one breath, one reflection, one moment at a time. And so can you. Sophia's journey is not just hers, it could be yours. Perhaps you have felt the spark of a new love, where every word, every glance, every laugh made your heart feel alive. You remember the excitement of meeting someone who seemed to understand you in ways no one else did. Like Sophia, you may have walked together through city streets, shared coffee, whispered dreams, and imagined the future painted with laughter and warmth. And perhaps, like her, you've also felt the slow shift, the subtle distance, the missed messages, the nights when silence replaced conversation. You tried to reason, to understand, to hold on, hoping that love alone could bridge the gaps. But slowly, you realized that love is not just a feeling, it is also consistency, care, and presence. The heartbreak, when it comes, is universal. The sleepless nights, the moments of self-doubt, the question of what went wrong are not signs of weakness. They're signs of having loved deeply. You have known pain because your heart is capable of great depth, empathy, and hope. Take a moment to breathe and remember. Everyone's heart carries both joy and sorrow. Just as Sophia learned, you too can honor your feelings, let go of what no longer serves you, and make space for healing. Your story may be different in details, but it shares the same threads: love, longing, loss, and ultimately, the courage to rise again. Grief is a natural part of loving deeply, and it is okay to feel it fully. The first step is to allow yourself to feel without judgment. Let the tears flow, let the heaviness sit, and let your heart speak its truth. Denying pain only makes it linger longer. Next, acknowledge your emotions. Write them down in a journal, speak them aloud to a trusted friend, or simply whisper them to yourself. Naming the feelings, sadness, anger, confusion, loss, gives them space to exist and begin to release. Then, practice gentle self-care. Small acts matter. Taking a walk in nature, preparing a favorite meal, listening to soothing music, or simply breathing deeply and slowly. These moments remind your heart that it is safe to feel, to rest, and to heal. It is also important to seek support. Friends, family, or professional counselors can provide perspective, comfort, and guidance. Sharing your journey with others can lighten the weight of grief and help you feel understood. Finally, embrace patience and gentle acceptance. Healing is not linear, and some days will feel heavier than others. Allow yourself to move at your own pace and celebrate even the smallest steps forward. Repeat quietly to yourself, I honor my feelings. I allow myself to heal. My heart is strong and I am safe. Remember, grief is a journey, not a race. With each breath, each reflection, and each small act of care, your heart learns to release the pain, reclaim its peace, and open to love once more. Journaling your emotions. Write down your thoughts and feelings each day. Don't censor yourself. Let sadness, anger, or confusion flow freely onto the page. This helps your mind organize emotions and lightens the heart. Daily movement or exercise. Go for a walk, stretch, do yoga, or any physical activity you enjoy. Moving your body helps release tension and boosts mood chemicals naturally. mindful breathing, or meditation. Take a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. Visualize tension leaving your body with each exhale and calm filling you with each inhale. Connect with trusted people. Talk to friends, family, or a counselor who truly listens. Sharing your feelings reduces isolation and brings perspective. Create a daily routine. Structure gives the mind stability. Include small rituals, morning coffee, a short walk, journaling, or reading that anchor your day. Engage in a creative outlet. Draw, paint, cook, play music, or write poetry. Creativity allows emotions to flow safely and turns pain into expression. Practice self-compassion. Remind yourself that it's okay to feel pain. Speak to yourself kindly, as you would to a dear friend. Limit harmful triggers. Avoid obsessive checking of social media or situations that deepen grief. Give your heart space to rest and recover. Set small goals. Achieve small, manageable tasks each day. Simple victories rebuild confidence and a sense of control. Visualize moving forward. Spend a moment imagining yourself healed, at peace, and living fully. This plants seeds of hope and reinforces resilience. Remember, your heart has survived, even when it felt broken. Every tear you have shed, every sleepless night, has been a step toward understanding your own strength and resilience. Pain does not define you. It teaches you, shapes you, and opens space for deeper love and joy in the future. Carry your memories gently. Honor the love you have felt, and allow yourself to release what no longer serves you. Your heart is brave, and it is capable of healing fully, softly, beautifully. Take a deep breath now and feel the warmth of your own love surrounding you. You are worthy. You are enough. You are growing, evolving, and moving toward the peace and happiness your soul deserves. And know this, even in moments of darkness, there is always light waiting to return. You will love again, not out of need, but from a place of abundance, wisdom, and courage. Step forward gently, with hope in your heart, and trust that life will continue to bless you with love, joy, and moments that make your soul smile. You are never alone. Your heart, like Sophia's, has the power to rise, to heal, and to shine brightly once more. Thank you for sitting with your heart today. Remember, healing is a journey, not a race, and every moment you spend nurturing yourself brings you closer to peace. Life may have its pains and losses, but your heart has an incredible capacity to recover, grow, and love again. If today's session touched you, give yourself permission to carry this warmth forward. Return here whenever you need a gentle reminder that you are not alone, that your feelings are valid, and that your heart is worthy of love and joy. Take a deep breath, place your hand over your heart, and whisper quietly to yourself, I am healing. I am strong. I am enough. If you feel ready, subscribe and join us for the next Healing Heart Daily Session. Here, we share moments of reflection, guidance, and hope, helping your heart rise a little higher each day. Remember, every day is a chance to honor your journey, to nurture your heart, and to open gently to life's love and light. We'll be here with you every step of the way. If you carry a story in your heart, a love you lost, a pain you survived, or a journey you're still walking, you are welcome to share it in the comments. Your words might be the comfort someone else is silently searching for. And sometimes, simply being heard is the first step toward healing. This is a safe space, a place where hearts listen without judgment and stories are met with kindness. If you feel ready, share your story below. You are not alone here. If you feel your heart needs deeper support and you'd like a quiet, private space to be heard, I do offer one-to-one healing heart conversations. These sessions are about listening, reflection, and gentle emotional guidance. Sometimes speaking your story out loud without fear or judgment can bring clarity and relief. If you feel drawn to that kind of support, you can reach out through the details shared below. Please remember, this space is for emotional support and personal healing, not medical or clinical treatment. Your heart deserves care, patience, and compassion.